Hello, everyone. This is Joe Allen-Hoven, the manager at Team Elite Home Businesses. And tonight, we're going to talk about 3 free tools that you can use that'll generate you lots and lots of leads. As I said earlier in an ad that I ran today, these 3 free tools will allow you to earn money while you sleep. Actually earn money 24/7. And before I get started, I want to talk some general things that I think are very important. The first thing is, I think most of us don't realize the opportunity that the internet is presenting us. When you consider that anyone from anywhere in the world can set up a business and make millions of dollars a year or sometimes a week just by gaining knowledge rather than having assets or all the other things that used to go with it. And the knowledge is readily available on the internet itself. So it's a very unique time in history of people and whatever you want to say about it. But it's a unique time that allows the average person to make a difference. Now, there's some things that I've seen that are common, and we're going to be talking about Matt Lloyd here just in a few minutes. But there's some things that I see that are common in all of these, if you want to call them gurus or extremely successful people. I was working with a course I'm doing with Jonathan Budd, and I think he's the one of the Facebook gurus, and he makes about $500,000 a month. And he has a course in Facebook traffic that I'm taking, and I'm amazed. He's 27 years old, I think it is. I'm amazed at the knowledge that this young man has. And one of the things that I see common in Matt and Jonathan and some of the other people I've been meeting in my Moby meeting, very successful, is the amount of knowledge that they have. And it didn't come easy for any of them. They spent a lot of time studying up front. So they're by them presenting webinars and having coaching sessions, they are affording us a tremendous amount of what do you call it, startup time or learning curve time, tremendous amount. So the first thing is what I'm seeing in people that are highly successful is their knowledge that they have. The second one is how much hard work that they put in on the front end. And some of them don't work a whole lot anymore. It's people that are in their late 20s, early 30s. They just more or less just do some webinars every day, but they did work at it very hard in the beginning. So the third quality I see is they do a lot of testing, and this is the one thing I want to get across tonight. There's a couple of things I want to get across tonight. Is you want to write some of this down. Number one is nobody knows what's going to work with internet marketing until they test it. And that's what everybody does. So when somebody turns in a support to me with something they want to test to do, and they say, what do you think? Will it work? And I tell them the same thing I tell everybody is I say, we're not going to know until you test it. So that's the very first thing is there are some things that we can show you that probably won't work, but some of the things that are happening now is because the people they're getting a little creative. One person turned his pictures sideways, and it made a big difference in his sales. Things like that. So you and I wouldn't think of turning a picture sideways, but his thing is you're trying to stand out in advertising. If there's a lot of ads there, if you can stand out, then you're going to be more successful. The other thing is there's 2 more things I want to prep before we get into Matt. Is whatever you do in internet marketing is do in through the eyes of your prospect, through their eyes. When you start talking about yourself, you're going to be losing them because they're interested in their problems and their home business. So you need to talk to them through their eyes. Your subject lines need to keep that in your mind. I need to be presenting something to them that's going to catch their interest. And then finally, I want to get into this is whatever we do is I found out recently that it's pretty much common practice now to change the subject lines at least every 2 weeks. And this would Facebook ads be in the same areas at least every 2 weeks. They fall off. They start to fall off. So I have found that to be true too. So I've been doing it about once a week. So now the first thing we're going to do, the first tool is going to be Matt Lloyd's free videos. And I'm going to pop up a link here. We're going to go to the screen share just in a second. But a little introduction is I was introduced to Matt Lloyd about a year and a half ago through Moby. And he's an interesting person. He's from Perth, Australia. I think he's in his early 30s now. And he was in college, and he decided that he wanted to learn how to market online. And he really, he almost locked himself in a room for a year or so. And he made like $700 1 month after just really, really working at it hard. But he was determined to understand the principle of what made it move. And he wanted to found a company, which he has called My Online Business Empire, Top Tier Business, some other names. It's Matt Lloyd Companies. Some people hate him. That's going to happen with anybody that is successful. Basically, what he does, very simple, and he has more of the top marketers that work with him than anybody I know of. Most everybody that's the top in their field has some kind of position at Moby. And like if you go to Google and you go to Traffic 3.0, I think it's Facebook Traffic 3.0. Traffic 3.0, there's a waiting line, but yet I got in yesterday because I'm in Moby. Because Jonathan, the Facebook guru, works with Matt there at Moby, and there's quite a few others in the same doing their part in the different programs that Moby offers. Now, what he does is very simple. Let's say that I'll give you some examples. First off, so that we kind of clear the air, is some people. I had a guy last week was upset. He sent me an email. He said everything on the internet's a scam. I said, come on. There are people that are not trustworthy everywhere, but there are people that are trustworthy on the internet, just as there are anywhere else. The internet is it's no different than the world. So anyways, what Matt does, and let's give you an example of two people. I paid about $2,000 for a course one time, and I had a guy that went in with me, and so did he. And 2 words out of that course made me thousands and tens of thousands and tens of thousands. And that was to write stuff from the prospect's point of view, or from their eyes, from their viewpoint. Those 2 words, prospect's eye, made me tons and tons of money. He didn't do anything with it. He didn't study it really. And he said, well, it was all over. He said it was a scam. I said, no. They presented the information, there it was. And for me, I would not have known about certain things and learned a lot there. So what's a scam is sometimes through someone's individual eyes. Now, what Matt does is he has products, and I'm taking this this Traffic 3.0. I would have paid $2,000 for it. I guarantee you, because there are 570 million people that are on Facebook, and there are only about a few people that know how to do Facebook advertising, and like in the old days of Google, and drive thousands and tens of thousands of people to their websites without spending a lot of money. And this course gives you a lot of things that you're not going to find anywhere else. So anyways, so what Matt does, he offers a lot of products like that. And what he does is he gives half of it to the person that furnished the lead. Now, as a member of Moby or Matt's company, if you furnish him leads, his team will sell them products, and you get half of the money in whatever they sell them, and he gets a sixth, and the person that sells it get a third, and whatever's left over goes to overhead. And the products are very pricey, but I know my sponsor is, I think, made around $50,000 last year. I know there's quite a few people that's done very well. I know there's some people that are very upset, but if you don't do anything, it's like no matter what you do, no matter what you go in, if you don't do anything with the knowledge, nothing's going to happen. And these automated things, no, even if they're automatic, you have to bring in leads, and so that's how Matt works. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and go to screen share, and I'm going to share, and we're going to go here. I think it's here. Okay. When I met Matt about a year or so ago, he was earning about $500,000 a week from Moby, and I know last week he was talking about 150 million a year now, so it's about 3 million a week, something like that right now, and then he's got a plan to go past that. Anyways, it's not just him. He behind him is a whole cadre of he's put together a really classic group of top marketers. I mean, really, really top marketers. Anyways, he has quite a few real short videos that you can get at no cost, and there's the link, and I'm going to send that in an email, and it's also at Team Elite Home Business in our news section, but it's just simply www.askmattlloyd.com/questions/. Very simple. You go there and you just put your email in there, and a page will pop up with a whole lot of these videos, and you'll be amazed at the young man's knowledge of what really happens and what really goes on, and how he can explain the frustrations that you and I have. He understands. He's been there, but he knows what was going on, and that's what an example is. There's one about why is it that you spend $50 and you make $1,000, you go back to the same company to get a lot more of their advertising, you spend $500 and you get $2,000 instead of $10,000. And he explains, he gives the reasons for that, and how you have to, in the video, and what to look out for, and how to, it's all part of what they call the scale up. And that's where you do a test for $10 or $20, and then you go to $1,000, and that's a scale up. But there's certain things you have to look out for. So it's advanced information, but it's just really good information for any of us. Now, the second tool is the background image lead capture pages. I've been using those, and after a week, I would say pretty much maybe quadrupled the number of leads I was producing. Now, This is also, let's just go to Team Elite Home Business right now. Let's just go there. Let's see. There's one there I just wanted to show you. And I like the still images. I buy mine from depositphotos.com. I'm not an affiliate. There it is, depositphotos.com there. And they're really nice. They look great on the screen. You can download your own pictures, but you want to make sure they look really nice like that. And it does make a difference because it catches people's eyes. Here's another one, and you see how sort of match the color. Anyways, that's that one. And let me just let's see. Let me just log in here. What we're going to do is I want to show you where to go. So you just click on Capture Pages, and all the way down on this side here. Incidentally, while I'm here, you see the Ultimate members are starting to bring in their programs. Abe Burnett, Morton Christensen, he's a GDI man, and Travis Best. They're bringing in their programs, so you and everybody else can see their programs, but their members can just click right on that and sign up for their program right there. It's one of the bonuses for being an Ultimate member. And so here's the background page wizard, and you just click on that, and you can use any of these here. It's provided by Team Elite Home Business's hosting company. You can use any of these. Try to use ones that you hadn't seen so much before, so you get a little extra shock value. You can also load your own that you may have somewhere. And I want to just go back here. I want to show you what I've done now. What I have done is I've created some from one of the best places. I'm going to click on this. One of the best places that you can get background images free is at Google Wallpaper. It's royalty-free images. So these are some you can use too. So if you want to use one of these, let's say you want to use this butterfly one, you just click on Edit Page. These are all the same, and then you just change the text here. Just highlight it and change it. And then if you want to see what it looks like, just go to View Page. So that's what that one looks like. And you just change the text. And here you will notice that it's wallpaper for a computer, but it's not. If you've seen the other images, then when you see these, you see a little bit of difference. But remember, those other images, I'm paying for them, and these are free. And one of the best sources for these background images is your own camera. Nature scenes work really well. Animals, and anywhere else you can find free. You have to be careful of using images that are copyrighted, because if you go to one of those places and it's a Getty image, they'll come at you for $997, and they'll sell you the use of the image for about $5. But if you go somewhere to some blog somewhere and copy an image off of that blog where it doesn't say anything about copyright or anything, thinking that that's a free image, they have ways of tracking it back to you. I'm just letting you know that because I've seen that happen. So if you want to be safe, go to Google Wallpaper. You have to be careful about Google Images, because some of those, you'll see that Getty image across there, and that's why you have to be careful of going to any website, unless it's a place where the images are all free to use. So that was now number two. Now I want to just throw one more thing out that's been working for me. And this Lightbox capture page here, you see this here? I'm going to show you how that works. And what you do is you just, it's very simple. And there's the box. And then if you want to, you can make it transparent. Watch it. See? And then you can make it a lot wider or less wide. Or so those are the, then you just, I'm not going to do it. You click proceed and it creates it and it gives you some HTML code. Well, let me just go someplace to my charity site here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to show you how that works. By the way, I created this site back before Google was born, and Google told me that this site was older than they are, and they always gave me a good. It was easy to get SEO because I was before them to get people to come to this site. Okay, so here's the way that works. Let's say that we're trying to get someone to go on one of our pilgrimages, the girls in the office, the charity. And so if they click on this, okay, there it is. That's the window. You see this, it popped up in front of that image. So if I put my name in there, and I'm going to put testing because they will see that over at the office and wonder what's going on. So when you put your name and email and say get instant access, it goes to another page and explains what to do. Go back to the last page and click the X, and you come back here and you click the X, and then they will be able to see everything that's there. So there's all the itineraries and everything. So those of you that have a blog, that would really work well with a blog to put one of those boxes. Okay, hang on. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off sharing and just come back here and then we'll continue. Those of you that have a blog, that little box that pops up in front of the page, and then it's a way to get a lead. And then once they get the lead, it tells them to go back to the page and click the X. They go on, they have access to that page. Very, very good way to get a lead. Now what we're going to do is, we talked about Matt Lloyd. What that's going to do for you is give you knowledge, and there's nothing like knowledge, and you can just watch one a day, whatever. The second one is using these lead capture pages with the big picture, and you can just test. It's real easy, see, to change it and put different text in there and test it and try it. Now, what I want to do is I want to go back now to screen share, and I want to show you what you want to do is you want to, the last thing we're going to talk about is I'm going to show you which pages that I suggest you use to promote, and I'm going to give you another little tip. But let's go, got it here. So here it is. Start over. So when you start to use these capture pages, what you will want to do is go here to view stats, and you'll want to look at a week, say, and overview is just showing you how many per day. That's not as important as the page views. The week is good. And then you can start to look at your conversions. And you see now these minis, I don't worry about this. I'll tell you why, because those are not lead capture pages. Those are those $2 deals. And I look at my sales of the $2 deals and the $5 deals or whatever because then I don't really use them to capture leads. I'm capturing the leads at the places they go to buy those $2 and $5 deals. Now, let's go down here some. Here's one here. The order page, okay. Okay, here's one here. TEHB 1879 background, 3.7%. Let's take a look at that and let's see what. So you would look at these here. Here's some more of them. A different 2.4%, 1877. That's advertising traffic 24/7. So what I want to do is I'm going to look at 1879. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. So this would tell you which of your lead capture pages are doing well. Anything over 1% is fantastic. So, but if it gets much down in there, you know, your efficiency is going down. So you want to keep it as high as possible. Anything over 2% is fabulous. So let's just take a look and let's see what 1879 is. Here it is. And we're going to take a look at it. See what, there it is. It's a guy standing there over a lake. Looks like it's in the Alps. And it says, reveal the truth about how you can make your personal fortune on the internet. And all that does is it just catches their email. And when they enter their email, it's going to take them to the order page. So that one's doing very well. So I keep an eye on that one. And then I will change this text about every couple of weeks. So where am I? Here we can go backwards. Now, the last thing I want to show you tonight, always like to keep this short, is we're going to go down here. We're going to go to, just to so you know where to go from the beginning. If you go home to the dashboard and you click on capture pages, the one I recommend the most is to use these background image pages, okay? Then to link them to these Team Elite Home Businesses page or the JV Partner or the Ultimate, Platinum, Gold, Silver, Basic. I would start with Gold, Platinum, JV, Ultimate, and Team Elite Home Business. So I recommend Team Elite Home Businesses as the top. So just click on that. If you want to see what that page looks like, you click on it, and there it is. And you see that earn while you're sleeping. And it's the leads capture page. So what I do is this. Here's a little trick. So bear with me here. I will use a background image page, say like that one we just looked at there, this one, and I will redirect this page, and I will put the link for that page I just showed you right there. So here's what would happen. We're going to go to view page. This is the page they see. They put in their email, and when they click on this, it's going to take them to, bear with me a second here. It will take them to Team Elite Home Businesses. Take them to this page. Now, because you've already captured their lead, there's one little thing you need to do down here to make this thing really better is take this out and just put in here, click here for instant access to all the details. And what you would do is you would link this to your order page. And you could put something else below that. Is you don't have to enter your name and email. If you do, we'll send you some extra information. But you've already captured them as a lead. So you would simply highlight, saying, click here for instant access to all the details. And what you would do is you would come up here. Well, I need to go to where it's editing it. Let me just go back to here. So since you've already captured them as a lead, what you would do is you would do two things. You would put the link to the order page here, which is that is it. But you would also, instead of having that, because you've captured them, you don't want to capture them twice. And you would just put down here, click here for instant access right here, highlight it, and then just back up here to the chain. To this chain here, the insert edit link, click on that and put your order URL in there. In this case, don't put that tilde username, put your actual order link. If your username is Smith, it would be teamelitehomebusinesses.com order page PHP boom Smith. And then I always like to put new window, open that page in a new window. And then you just click OK. I'm going to cancel it because I don't want to change this page. So that's a tip for increasing your conversion. When you go from the background image page to this information page, then to the order form. Now, let me just go back here to the Google Hangouts and kind of do a summary. Okay, number one is to get leads, and leads equals income. And this week I had two of these gurus tell me that a lead for an internet marketer, you might want to write some of these numbers down, some of these things down. For an internet marketer, a lead should be $1 per month. If you have 1,000 leads, you should be generating $1,000 per month. If you have 10,000 leads, you should be generating $10,000 per month. That's kind of a standard amongst the people that are doing it for a living. If you have 50,000 leads, you should be generating $50,000 a month. Now, if one of you tomorrow goes out and buys 50,000 leads for $3 and sends me a support ticket a couple of months from now and says, I've got 50,000 leads and I'm not making any money, I will give you the answer. The answer is you don't have 50,000 leads. You got 50,000 names on a piece of paper, and the paper is worth more than the leads on the names. So when I'm talking about leads, I'm talking about leads that you generated through lead capture pages, and you built a relationship with them through your autoresponder, and those leads should be worth $1 a month. Now, the other thing is you need to change your subject lines at least every 2 weeks, and your background images about the same, about every 2 weeks. The best way to generate leads with email marketing is through lead capture pages. And right now I'm using the background image lead capture pages, and I have used the other ones for years. And I'm going to probably start to back and forth and use back and forth. But what's really working for me right now is I use a background image page to capture the lead. Then I redirect them from that page to the old lead capture page with all the information on it. And at the bottom of that, instead of capturing them again, I simply put a link down there to take them to the order page. Remember that the purpose of a lead capture page is not to sell them anything. It's to generate a lead. But once you got them as a lead, you might as well go ahead and give them some information and see if you can close a sale. Now, generally, the other thing you want to note that it's called impulse buying that you're dealing with now. With impulse buying, $7 to $47. I recommend promoting the gold and the Team Elite Home Business, which promotes everything. But if you want to promote any one, the gold probably would be the best to get $25 sales. So we talked about Matt. You can get those free videos. We talked about the background pages, and then we talked about using the lead capture pages in conjunction with the background pages. We talked about looking at everything through the eyes of the buyer or the prospect, from their eyes, doing tweaking and changing. Now, here's what's going to be common. I'm going through an 8-week course on Facebook. I said there are 570 million people on Facebook, and we will start a series of teaching Facebook ads and Facebook leads generation. It's the same thing. Everybody says you got to have an autoresponder, and all the gurus, that's what they've had them from the get-go, and that's what Team Elite Responder its flagship is. It is an autoresponder, but it also has the affiliate programs and all the training that I'm doing with it, which makes us a little bit unique. But even when we don't switch, when we start to do Facebook ads, I've been doing them right along and doing pretty well. But I want to take advantage of reaching more people. It's the same thing. You use it to capture leads, and it's the same overriding principles apply, except that I'm an old Google AdWords person, and they don't use keywords. And Google AdWords, you learned how to use keywords, and keywords was everything. And you would write subject lines with that keyword in there, and then the page had to have that keyword. Everything was keywords. With Facebook, it's more of a visual thing. You try to catch somebody's eye, and they click on that picture. It's a little bit different, but same philosophy. And there's some really neat things that you can't figure it out on your own. Is how to target people, because I've tried it in the past, and I'm getting the information now, so that'll be great. Okay, so that's it for tonight. You're going to get a replay link, and in the replay link, it's going to be a place where you can ask me a question for me to respond to. This is a new version of the Webinar Gems. First time I've used it, and I've got a little more tweaking to do on it to see exactly how it works. But at any rate, those three things seriously will dramatically increase your leads, and you'll be making money at night. And it's kind of nice. I will tell you, the internet marketing is so unique. Is to wake up and have made pretty decent money while you're sleeping. It's kind of neat, and there's a lot of people doing it. And that's the one thing is if you're willing to work, I'm willing to work with you. But I do get frustrated when somebody doesn't want to work and they want me to do all the work, and they think for some reason they hear about people making these big monies back in the early days, and they think there's some easy button out there. Well, what happened, and I'm going to let you go with this one, was when the internet started, there were some people that bought email lists in the millions, and they sent emails to those people, and to the point they drove them crazy, but they made millions of dollars doing it. But it forced the United States government to House of Representatives and Senate passed a bill that in this country, it's illegal to send somebody an email without their permission. So that's why we have safe lists, and that's why we have email marketing with all this canned spam act stuff. And then with Facebook, it's similar, but it's the same thing. They are members there, and they're there of their own free will. I never agreed with that law in the first place, but I live by it. But anyways, that's what happened. It was abused at start, and those people made fortunes. And from that, people think there's an easy button. There is the possibility to make more money than you ever dreamed of if you get the knowledge and if you're willing to work at it a little bit. And if you're willing to work pretty decently hard at the beginning. And then from there, you can scale up and pretty much decide how much money you want to make just by, to the point, what you want to do is you get to the point where when you know what a lead is worth per month and you want to make so many dollars per month, you know how many leads you have to generate, and based on how you interact with your list, and it all comes together. So that was it for tonight. I'm excited. These courses I'm taking are really getting me to think, and I'm really excited about what's going to be coming, some new ideas, and so looking forward to it. And we're doing very well. We're closing in on 2,800. We'll be at 3,000 pretty soon, paid members at Team Elite Home Business, and the Ultimate members are starting to pick up some steam. You know, they sell I paid it out yesterday. Somebody sold a $297 Ultimate and got a $222 commission check, one of the Ultimate people. And there's another one, he's selling these $19 monthlies, and he gets $14.25 commission. So that's why I lowered the minimum payout to $14.25, so I can just send it right out. So I like sending out commissions because I didn't send it all out. So thank you very much, and we'll have another. We're going to get started next week. We're going to do some fine tuning, a little bit of advanced stuff. I want to pick up a few, get a few more ideas to you. So thank you very much. God bless you.